Hey guys, what's going on? I'm just checking in here to see if we are live, and it looks like we are. Excellent. So I'm just going to pop in here and see if anyone's joining us yet. We'll give it a second before I get started. Hey Ramona, how are you? Nice to see you today. Okay, guys, we're going to dive right in. If you hop in after I get started, make sure you pop in and say hello. Hey Luann, how are you? Nice to see you. So guys, you've got only me today. Trisha isn't feeling well, so I'm running this live training for you today. I hope you feel better soon, Trisha, if you're watching us live today. So anyway, guys, today I want to talk about the avatar, the target market, and something that we were all taught in network marketing that really isn't true. So drop me a 1 in the comments if you have ever heard that everyone is your prospect. I certainly did when I first started 12 years ago. And, I really bought into that common belief that everyone out there is my prospect. They are going to want to buy my products. They're going to want to join my business. And I should just go out and talk to absolutely everyone. And me not really knowing anything about the industry, or quite frankly, not a lot about marketing. I'm a CPA, as most of you know. I bought into that concept, and I literally went out and talked to everyone. I talked to people, and I actually was a mall shark. I can't believe it. I used to go to the malls and try and meet people, and it was really, really weird. And I remember days that I literally spent hours out there trying to meet people, and I would come home with no business. And I kept asking myself, maybe I should just go back to working by the hour, because this is not paying me very well. I'd have no new customers, no new recruits, maybe a business card or two that I could follow up with. And when I did, the people wouldn't answer the phone. So drop me a 2, guys, if you've ever run into that you bought into that common belief that everyone is your prospect, and you did the work but didn't get results. Super frustrating, right? Yeah, Luann, oh my God, as long as they have skin, absolutely. Hey, Rob, thanks for joining. I got the live to work, yay. So anyway, guys, I want to dive into today's presentation, and I do have a giveaway for you at the end, which is our avatar workbook to help you gain real clarity on who exactly is your prospect, who exactly is interested in your products or your opportunity. Luann, accosting the waitress, yeah, totally. I did that too, and my kids used to cringe. So anyway, I'm going to share my screen here, and we are going to hop right into this presentation. Okay, so I know as soon as I share my screen, I'm going to lose control of my mouse. So let's give it a go here. Okay, so we entitled this presentation, Your Target Market Does Not Include Everyone, which is totally contrary to what we learned in the beginning, right? Okay, so for those of you who are new in this group, we're so excited that this group is growing, because we really want to add a lot of value and really see you have some success in the industry. So we're Trisha and Ruth. Trisha, again, isn't feeling well today, so I'm taking over here. And we have together been in network marketing a combined 20 plus years. I think it's actually closer to 30, which is a little bit scary. We build entirely online now. We used to do old school mall sharking, talking to people everywhere, but everything we do now is online. We are both marketing coaches for a well-known internet marketing company that teaches attraction marketing. And we feel mentally, physically on fire on most days, unless we catch a little bug. We are both moms, and I always pause there because that's what's really near and dear to my heart, and that's why I do everything I do. In the past 3 years, collectively, Trisha and I have coached over 3,000 struggling network marketers. So we absolutely know what the struggles are. We've experienced them ourselves, And we're also really in tune with what's being taught these days by network marketing companies. We're both six-figure income earners, and we are super passionate about helping people achieve their dreams. So, is this training right for you? Okay. If you have ever been told that everyone is your prospect and you bought into it, put your hand up if you have. I did, but soon found that you were getting tons of rejection, which is no fun, right? If you have ever thought, this is a good one, that you could find rock star recruiters by just getting someone a good product experience. I bought into that too. I was told if I could just get someone a great product experience, they were going to turn into a great recruiter. And what I discovered was all those people who had those product experiences that I recruited ended up recruiting no one. So there was no team duplication, right? And that's the way our network marketing businesses really end up growing and providing residual income, is through that duplication. And if no one's doing it, if none of those product users have an entrepreneurial bone in their bodies, they're not going to duplicate. And that's why a lot of us recruit and then our teams flatline and sometimes even disappear, right? Drop me a 2, guys, if you have ever recruited someone and they were a product user and they went MIA, missing in action. I did. I think we've all been through that stuff. Okay. So this is also right for you if you're confused about who your target might be, and why knowing that is a foundation is really the beginning of a great marketing strategy. Okay. So here's a couple of tips. Be present, take notes, turn off your cell phones. Don't turn off this presentation. Turn off your TVs and any other distractions. This is going to be a quick presentation, but really powerful. Ask questions, engage. I've got you guys all on my phone here so I can see your comments, and stay awesome and positive, okay? So this is how we got here. We had years in network marketing doing the traditional stuff, massive burnout, not making, I think I was making pennies on the hour given the amount of work I was doing and the amount of money I was making back then. After a few months, most friends and family either quit, and we had to start cold market prospecting. I even bought lists, attended meetups. I ran 3 meetups of my own in the city of Toronto. It was wild. And my business didn't grow the way it should, right? So it was frustrating. We wanted home-based businesses that we actually built from home, right? So I could wear my sweatpants that I have on right now and not have to dress up and, run around. We were enrolling with zero duplication, and teams just don't grow that way, right? We felt like white noise on social media. The only engagement we were getting was from people in our own companies, and that wasn't going to build our business either. So drop me smash some of those love hearts, guys, if you have ever felt like white noise on social media, that people were just bypassing your content. Cold market prospects, so people we were sending those hey girl messages to, were ignoring us because they simply didn't know us. They didn't know who we were or whether we had credibility. Our businesses started moving backwards instead of forwards, and our dreams started to slip away. Like, quite frankly, I thought I was going to be stuck in corporate forever, and I was literally burning out. Literally, it was making me sick. And I thought I was going to be stuck there till I was 65 years old, ready to retire. We started looking at professional ways to build online, and we discovered attraction marketing. We both dove in and, got a lot of training, a lot of mentorship to learn what we know now. And now we want to teach it to you. So key is to go where the people are. On Facebook, there are 2.5 billion monthly active users. So if people tell me, Ruth, I can't build on Facebook, I better go and look at other social media platforms. There's 2.5 billion people on here. I'm sure we can help you find the right people. Facebook Messenger, 1.3 billion people use Facebook Messenger each month. That's so massive. It's where the people are. And Instagram now has 1 billion monthly active users. And as most of you know, guys, Instagram is owned by Facebook, right? So here's what we did back in 2008 on social media. We posted about our products all over the place with links to our company websites. We shared videos about our company's products. I know I even changed the name of my employer to the name of my network marketing company on social media. And I started spamming other people's groups and sending hey girl messages and crossing my fingers that someone might see it who was interested. So if you think about that, that's kind of like a shotgun approach, right? So you're just kind of pointing at nothing and shooting this spray of shotgun out there that you hope it hits something, right? And that's not very effective. It's no different when I was mall sharking. I was just walking around trying to talk to people, hoping someone would talk back to me and not think I was some kind of weirdo or stalker, right? So here's what actually ended up happening after doing that. Some of our friends unfriended us. We got negative comments about the industry and about it being a scam and a pyramid. Very few people bought our products and no one wanted to join us. So drop me some love hearts, guys. If you've ever felt that pain, you're doing the work, but no one's showing up. We became officially spammers without even knowing it. We didn't even know what spam was, and that was spam. We were just doing what we were told, and we had bought into the belief that that was going to actually work. We got totally frustrated and at some points felt like quitting. And I know there were a number of times I felt like quitting because everything I was doing was not working. So drop some more love hearts, guys, if you've ever felt that way, if you've ever felt like quitting, it's okay. I mean, a lot of the leaders out there will say, don't ever quit, don't ever quit. That's the only way to fail. Well, the only way to fail is to keep talking to the wrong people and eventually burn yourself out, right? So let's talk some real talk, right? So we knew there had to be a better way. After kind of putting our business caps back on, like getting rid of the BS and putting business caps back on, we had both gone to business school, and sometimes I'm a little embarrassed because I think I should have known better. We went in search for a better way. We found attraction marketing. We got some mentorship. We learned some amazing skills about internet marketing and building personal brands and attracting people. And since then, we have both built six-figure businesses. I walked away from corporate forever, and we're here to help you, right? So along the way, something happened. We saw countless network marketers trying to build their businesses on social media, and many of them were still spammers because that's what the companies were still teaching. Plus, it's also easy to do. It's easy to spam a picture of your product and cross your fingers, right? That's simple, but it's not effective. Some people were trying to apply the principles of attraction marketing. Maybe they had bought courses or maybe their uplines were trying to teach it, but they still weren't getting anywhere. They were frustrated with the technology or the concepts, and they were stuck and overwhelmed. And worst of all, people just weren't getting results, right? And that's what we're all in business for. You know, drop me some love hearts, guys, if you're here to get results, not just have a good time, right? And sometimes it doesn't even feel like a good time when you're not getting results. So we decided to step in. We took our cumulative knowledge that we had learned from doing all the wrong things and all the knowledge we gained from the mentorship we did and the concepts we actually applied in our own business. And we decided to teach the real steps to you guys because you deserve to learn the real steps so that you can start moving your business forward instead of staying stuck. Since then, we've been asked to speak on stages, be guests on podcasts, coach at large events, all sorts of things. So it's been really cool. Attraction marketing really works. And we've built a team of amazing people. So today, we're going to talk about really targeting your market and how to bring people from the cold market, who are your ideal business prospect, okay, warming them up, and then turning them into what we call hot market. So let's talk about that for a second, because in the online space, that looks a little bit different than we can make the analogy to mall sharking, okay? So when I was back walking around the malls trying to connect with people, they were cold market. They didn't know who the heck I was and why I was talking to them, right? And then when I could, once in a while I was able to strike up a conversation and create some relatability, right? That started to warm that person up. And sometimes I was even able to set a coffee meeting. Over that coffee meeting, we were able to get to know each other, right? So that person became warm market. They knew a little bit about me, they felt comfortable with me, and I knew a little bit about them. Once I made the presentation about my business, when I was confident they were warm, and they said, yeah, send me some info, I'd like to take a look. That's hot market, right? They're truly interested. They're taking a look at what you're doing, and you actually have an opportunity to sell them something or recruit them. In the online space, it's the same concept. It just looks a little bit different. So the cold market is people who have never heard of you before. They've never seen you. They've never heard of you. They don't know what you're all about, right? Warm market is people who have been exposed to you, and they've shown a little bit of interest, right? So maybe they're having a conversation with you. They haven't blocked you. They're not ignoring you. They're having a conversation. You're getting to know each other. You're asking a lot of questions to find out more about each other. That's warming that person up. They're also starting to maybe see your content online and participate in it. It could look as simple as leaving a comment or some emojis on a post, sending you a message through Messenger, or even like participating in a group where you're offering some value or getting to know people. So that becomes warm market. Hot market is really people who have made a purchase from you in the past, or maybe they've engaged with you in a deeper level. So maybe they've subscribed to a lead magnet. Maybe they've asked for more information and want to get on a Zoom call with you. So they've taken it to the next level of interest than just commenting back and forth and getting kind of warmed up. So guys, drop me some love hearts if this is making sense. It's the difference between, you've probably heard this before, going on a first date and trying to ask someone to marry you on that first date. That's not going to go so well, right? So you got to date in between and get to know each other. So that's awesome, guys. I'm seeing some love hearts. Awesome. You're getting it. Fantastic. Okay. So if you look at the marketing goals of each stage, the cold market, you're introducing them to you and your brand without trying to sell anything. That's one of the big mistakes people make, is they jump on their warm market and try and sell them something. Or cold market and try and sell them something. Cold market is you're just introducing them to you. You're maybe identifying their pain points and you're delivering a solution on how to solve them. So let's do an example, right? Let's say you sell weight loss products. You want to sell more weight loss products. Your network marketing company, that's the product line you have, right? You could go out into the cold market, either organically or through ads, and offer the weight loss audience, we're going to talk about that in a second, a lead magnet. What is a lead magnet? It's simply something you can offer them of value. Maybe it's a simple PDF on 5 steps to, lose 5 pounds this week. By doing that, you're going to ask for their email address. This can all be done in an automated way through a lead capture page and an autoresponder, and get them on your list so that you can keep communicating with them, right? You turn those people those followers to subscribers in the warm market where they're getting your emails or they're getting your communication. If you're not using email marketing, maybe you're continuing a conversation in Messenger. It's as simple as that, right? That warm market is going to turn into hot market. When you identify that they have a pain that your product, your weight loss product, can solve, either through email marketing, you can send an offer to look at your products, or through Messenger, if you're simply having a one-on-one conversation, you can find out if the product is a solution to their problem and ask permission to share some information. So you're taking them from warm to hot then, okay? So love hearts, guys, if you're getting this, the importance of cold to warm and hot. If you jump into sharing links or information too soon, you're going to lose them. They're going to run away. They're going to feel a sale coming on and they're going to hightail it out of there. Okay. Super important concept. On the flip side, you have to be confident enough to know when the person is ready to get some information, right? That's the other extreme that I see. People are so afraid to talk about it once they've kind of pre-qualified the person, that the conversation goes on and on and on for months. And we don't want that either, right? So drop me yes, if that has ever happened to you, you didn't quite know when it was the right time to share the link and then you never shared it. I was like that in the past. When I was starting to learn attraction marketing, I was always afraid to share it because I was afraid of getting rejected, right? And we got to get over that. Okay, so let's keep going on here. So first step is building your community. So where does your community reside? This is the place where you're taking people from the cold market, right? And introducing them to your brand, introducing them to you, right? And there really are a whole variety of places you can start building your community. What Trisha and I have done, as you guys know, is we use a Facebook business page. And we've called it Social Networking Professionals. And I think Rob's picture should be on here. I think this is probably an old picture. So we're, together we're building this community of social networking professionals using a Facebook business page. Now, you can also do it other ways, right? But we really love the Facebook business page because you can run a little tiny ad called a likes campaign to start taking people from that cold audience who have never found this page before and inviting them to take a look at it, right? So that little ad does all of that work. Now, you can certainly do that all manually as well. You can go into groups, have conversations with people, let them know what you're doing, but that's going to take time. And that's okay, right? But we really like to have some automation on that side of the business. So step one is bringing those people from the cold market to see the page. Okay, so drop me some thumbs up, guys, if you got it, right? So you're taking people from cold and showing them your brand. The next thing you really need to do before you can properly target those people, and target means just kind of knowing where your ideal business prospect hangs out, right? So the first thing you have to know, guys, is who is it specifically that you want to attract? And I want to spend a minute on this because this is a piece that a lot of people don't get in the beginning and really, really are challenged with it. And I see it all the time in my coaching, right? So because as network marketers, we are taught that everyone is our prospect, we've never really stepped back to figure out who really is it that we want to attract, right? And with this mindset, we think that we can go out and just like talk to everybody and get everyone on our Facebook profile, and hopefully someone will see our stuff and want it. And there's a way more effective way to doing that, right? That's kind of like mall sharking. So let's talk about how you define your ideal business prospect. And at the end, guys, I'm going to be sharing a link to a workbook that you can actually use. It's a free workbook. It's there for you to use to help you really gain clarity on your ideal business prospect. So, as you know, in network marketing, we have two different kinds of ways we can earn income. And guys, I want you to drop me in the comments what those two ways are, okay? I want to see if you know. So I'm going to give it a minute. I want some interaction here. I miss Trisha because I have her to talk to. Let's see what you're saying. Okay, so absolutely. So you can earn income from your customers, right? So you can grow a customer base, and you can earn income from the recruiting side, building a team that duplicates, that creates residual income. And yes, those people are product users too, because likely they have to be on auto ship, right? So if you think about it, this is so cool. So let's use the example of weight loss products. Just for example, there's a lot of weight loss companies out there, right? So if I were to want to sell more weight loss products, I would want to put helpful tips in front of people who want to lose weight so that they start to see me as, an expert or someone who has valuable information to share about weight loss. I would want them subscribing to my list so I can communicate with them. And I would have a Facebook page all about tips to lose weight or healthy tips or something like that. And I could post recipes, I could post all kinds of things on there. My targeting would be likely for my likes, that little likes ad where I'm inviting people to like that page. My targeting would likely be in front of maybe all the people who follow Weight Watchers, or all the people who follow Jenny Craig, or all the people who follow Noom. That's that new app for weight loss. So I know that that audience out there is interested in weight loss. And when they see my little likes ad, they're going to go, oh, weight loss tips. I'm going to follow this page because maybe it'll help me. That's the introduction of your brand, right? That's taking someone from the cold market and making that first handshake. Now, that's the product side. The recruiting side is totally different. If I want to recruit entrepreneurs, go-getters, people who want to be on my network marketing team, right? People that are runners, people that I don't have to beg to go to convention. I'm not going to target weight loss people. I'm going to target the places that I can find those types of individuals. And it might be the followers of Eric Worre. It might be the followers of Tony Robbins. It might be the followers of T. Harv Eker. It might be the followers of Robert Kiyosaki. It might be the followers of all the people who follow doTERRA. Or list that company as their employer because it's a big network marketing company, right? I know that those people are entrepreneurial, and I know that most of them are probably struggling because most solopreneurs do. And by putting valuable content in front of them around how to build a business online, here's some tips, come on over and get to know me on my page. That's going to take that person from the cold market and make that handshake with them, right? It's the handshake. It's like, hey, this is who I am. I might be able to help you. Two totally different audiences, two totally different types of content, two totally different fan pages, two totally different types of targeting. Got it? Type in the comments, I got it, because this is so important, guys, especially in the online space. the online space, we have to separate our avatars, our ideal business prospects. They aren't all mushed together, right? And one of the problems network marketers have that I mentioned in the beginning is we were taught that everybody who walks and has skin is our prospect. And that's not the case, right? Okay, awesome. I'm getting some, I got it. It's Michelle, Luann, Ed, Jason. Fantastic. Kylie, awesome. Wilma, fantastic, guys. Okay, so as I mentioned before, I'm going to be dropping a link in the comments that has our avatar or ideal business prospect, same thing, workbook to help you gain clarity. Now, I want to take this one more step, if that's okay. Drop me some love hearts if that's okay, if I go a little bit deeper, because it's super important. Okay, awesome, guys. So it's one thing to know whether you want to attract a product user or an entrepreneur, right? That's the first distinction. But you want to get even narrower. And I'm going to give you an example, okay? And I think by way of this example, it might help you gain clarity on who exactly it is you want to attract and why it's so important. That's awesome, guys. I'm getting some love hearts. Awesome. Michelle, I know that everyone needs my products, but not everyone is going to understand why it's so critical. So it won't be, yeah. I can't click consistent or a good thing at sharing. Absolutely right. Bang on, Michelle. Darcy, the fog is lifting. Yay, awesome. Okay, so let me dive into the next level. So if you may have heard this term called niching down. And if you have never heard of it, don't worry, I'm going to explain it. But niching down means getting even narrower on your target market. And I'm going to give you an example that actually happened to me, okay? And hopefully through this example and the mistakes that I made in the beginning, you'll avoid making those mistakes. So back when I first started attraction marketing, I was so excited. I could see the power of doing this, but I didn't really know what I was doing, right? It was all new. So I learned the concept of the avatar, and I decided that I wanted to build a team, right? Customers were great, but I wanted that residual income, and I wanted a team to lock arms with, right? Because it's super fun as well. So I decided I was going to attract other entrepreneurs. That was going to be my ideal business prospect, my avatar. And it was going to be other network marketers because I knew many network marketers were looking for a new home. So I built a fan page and I started putting out network marketing tips. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm so brilliant. And and I wasn't. So I was putting out lots of network marketing tips, and I had my little likes campaign ad running. So network marketers were finding my page, and literally, guys, I was not getting great results. I just wasn't, and I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong because I was posting on that page. I was trying my best to be engaging. I was even doing Facebook Lives back then, and not a lot was really happening. And I had to really look at what might I do differently to get people more engaged with me and warm them up better, because I wasn't warming them up enough, right? And I was never getting them to hot, because you can't get people to hot unless they're warm anyway. So I had a good look at my avatar, and I realized that even though I had chosen the network marketing audience as my ideal business prospect pool, it still wasn't specific enough because the content I was providing was just really, really general. So I decided back then, it was actually about 3 years ago, that I wanted to attract someone at the time who was just like me. I was 54 at the time. still tied to corporate, grinding it out, trying to build a business. It was not building fast enough for me to be able to retire from the grind, I call it. And literally, guys, it was a grind. Um, and I struggled with certain things. Now, this is my avatar. So, what did she struggle with? She struggled with worrying about people at work finding out she was in network marketing. She struggled with putting herself out on social media, feeling a little bit insecure because she didn't think she had what it takes to actually attract people and create relationships. She felt like she had to compete against the younger people. She had all these hangups. She worried about retiring and having enough money. She worried about paying for her kids' college. Okay, so that was the list of struggles that my avatar has. Happened to be the struggles I had too, right? So I decided on my page, I would start talking specifically about some of those things. So some of my lives were like, what to do if the guy in the office next to you finds out you're in network marketing and starts to criticize you publicly at work. How do you deal with that? And I would give a tip. The reason that that's important is as people start coming to your page, the right kind of people, the avatars, the potential avatars, not everyone will resonate with you. But when the avatar with one or more of the attributes of the things you're talking about finds your page, they're going to go, oh my gosh, that's the person I've been looking for. They understand me. They get me. They know my struggles. They can help me. They walked in my shoes. I trust them. And it's that kind of connection that is way more specific than general, right? That content is way more specific than general, and it will create relationships like this really quickly so you can warm people up and move them to hot sooner rather than later, right? So give me some love hearts, guys, if you're getting this concept of niching down. It can make or break your business. It was breaking my attraction marketing in the beginning until I adjusted my avatar and got real clarity on who I wanted to attract and started putting out valuable content for them. So I'm getting some love hearts, guys. Awesome. I think you're getting it. Okay, let's see what we're seeing here. Creating your avatar is the single most important thing you can do for your business. 100%. It forms the foundation of your marketing. If you don't know who you're marketing to and what problems you're solving of theirs, nothing will be relevant and all of your posts will just go on deaf ears. Okay. So super, super important, guys. Okay, awesome, guys. I think you're getting it. I'm getting some love hearts. That's awesome. Okay, so I went through a lot of this in network marketing. We're taught everyone's our prospect and they aren't. I went through this whole description and now I want to go into where do we find those people, right? Because Facebook has the most amazing tools for us. And one of the tools that we use is called Audience Insights. So the Audience Insights tool looks like this, and you can find it inside Facebook. If you go into Ad Manager, you'll notice that there's a drop down there and there's some tools there. And one of them is called Audience Insights. And it's really, really simple to use, and it's going to help you find exactly where your ideal business prospect is. So I've done a little example here in this screenshot just to give you a sense for how this works. So you'll notice over in the Insights tool on the left-hand side of the screen, you can pick a whole bunch of things. You can pick the countries you want to target. So in my example, I only picked the United States, but you can pick multiple countries. You can pick age and gender. So let's say I did a weight loss example here, but let's say I picked 18 to any, but you can narrow down that group, right? In terms of age range and gender. Um, and then the key is you're selecting interests. So where it says interest on the left with the plus or minus sign, if you type something in there, let's say you type weight loss, all these different options are going to come up. Weight loss, extreme weight loss, weight loss products, all kinds of options will come up and you can start selecting them, right? And then when you hit enter, what pops up is actually what you see here. And what this is I just about lost my mind when I discovered the audience insights tool, because Facebook does all the work for me to find out where people who want to lose weight hang out. So you'll notice in the middle there, it says page likes. I've selected that. These are all the pages on Facebook that people like who have an interest in the interest that I chose, and I chose extreme weight loss. So these are the Facebook pages: Hip by Weight Not, Ideal Shape, Shailene Johnson, Eat Fit Fuel, Fitness Tico, Hit Burn, Jillian Michaels. These are all the Facebook pages that people follow who are interested in extreme weight loss. Now, you may ask, Ruth, why is that important? Well, that's where the weight loss audience is hanging out, which means you can actually take that little likes campaign ad, right, and place it right in front of all of these people, inviting them to come and like your weight loss page. Now, let's say you're wanting to attract a new recruit. Well, instead of choosing extreme weight loss, I could have chosen network marketing companies by name. I could have chosen, the leaders that people in network marketing or entrepreneurs follow like T. Harv Eker or Eric Worre or Tony Robbins. And what would have popped up is all the Facebook pages that these entrepreneurial people follow. I could then target those people with my little ad, inviting them to come over and like my page, right? And I know then that the right people are seeing me. It's the difference between mall sharking, right? Or messaging random people on social media, or just adding a whole bunch of people as friends, hoping some of them are the right kind of people, to knowing that the right kind of people are seeing your brand. So drop me some love hearts, guys, if this is making sense. If you aren't using paid advertising, and these little likes campaigns, literally, guys, you can run them for $1 a day, $2 a day. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money to attract the right audience to you, but you can do it manually as well, right? So you could pop over to the Shailene Johnson page, for instance, and you could start conversations with people there who are leaving comments on her posts. You know they're the right people, right? They're following her. They're interested in weight loss. Facebook Insights told us that. And you could do it sort of old school. You could start conversations and develop relationships, bring them from cold to warm to hot. So really, how do you get them interested? There's organic strategies, which I just explained to you, and there's paid strategies, which is the likes campaign. Now, what to post for your prospect? Super important. And so often, guys, when I talk to new attraction marketers, they'll put their page up and they want to build a team, but their page is about health and wellness, or their page is about skincare. And it's like, wait a minute, guys. We got to separate the two different target markets. So what to post? So post anything that will solve their problems. If you're trying to build a page around weight loss and weight loss tips and healthy living, then post tips, tools, strategies, motivation, education about that. Your page is who you are for your avatar. Who are you going to be? Are you going to be someone who gives them tips, someone who keeps them motivated, someone who lights up their day, right? Someone who shares great content to help them. And make sure that those posts solve your avatar or your ideal business prospects problems. If it's weight loss, then it's weight loss stuff. If you're trying to protect or attract entrepreneurs to grow a team, then it's helpful tips to grow businesses, right? Helpful tips for network marketers, motivation, education, connection, right? Post some lifestyle and fun. So don't miss that piece, because you still have to let people get to know a little bit about you, because um, it's one thing to put out great content, but in the end, people always buy from people that they know, like, and trust. So it's the valuable content that attracts, and then you intersperse some things about you to let people know you're a real person, right? Nothing controversial, obviously. And always remember, guys, to connect back with people. If people leave comments, comment back. If people, share your posts, thank them. This is a relationship business, even on social media. In fact, on social media, it's even more important to keep those engagements going, okay? And I could dive into a whole other training about that, but I'm not going to. So that being said, I'm going to stop this share and drop me some love hearts, guys, if you got some value from this. That is it for today's training. Again, I'm going to post in the comments the link to our avatar worksheet to help you gain real clarity on your avatar. I hope you have a clearer understanding now why the avatar or the ideal business prospect and knowing what their problems are is really foundational to what you post, how you post, and who you attract. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks for joining in. And if you got some value from this, make sure you share our group with your teams, with your network marketing friends, so that we can continue to help them and help you. Anyway, I'm going to just pop in here before I close the Zoom room. Hey, Velda. Hey, Jason, thanks for letting me know. Got some value. Darcy, do you just go with the weight loss, or do you add 2 or 3? Entrepreneurs, health, etc. So Darcy, you can't put entrepreneurs and weight loss on the same page, because it's a different topic. It's a different target market. And imagine this, so you bring a weight loss person to your page, and all of a sudden they start seeing entrepreneurial tips. They're going to get confused. They're not going to know what it's about, right? And you're going to lose them. Or you start bringing entrepreneurs and network marketers to your page, and they start seeing weight loss tips. They're going to go, what is this all about? I'm here for network marketing tips or business tips. And is this person trying to sell me something? And you're going to lose them. So if you're trying to do both, they have to be totally separate. Different Facebook pages, different audiences, different kinds of content. So drop me some love hearts there if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. And Michelle, you're welcome. Donna, do you have to love what you do like you just landed your dream job ever? Yeah, you have to love what you do. And if you don't love what you do, guys, this industry can absolutely give you the opportunity to do what you love to do, right? It's not always easy to get here, but if you're consistent, and I always put this in because this point drives me crazy, and you take the time to learn the skills to actually build your business the real way with like real business skills like marketing, then you can have that, right? And it doesn't happen overnight. It didn't happen overnight for me. It took me a couple of years to really get some traction. I know, same with Trish. And but well worth it, right? Because it's a different life once you can achieve your dreams. So my biggest advice is stick with it and learn the skills, right? It's as simple as that. Let's see what else we've got here. Got some values. Got it. Yes, thank you. Thanks for letting me know, Darcy. Anyway, oh, Ed, got a value. Michelle, I think she means when searching Facebook insights. Okay, maybe I misunderstood that. Okay. So no, you can actually, so let me clarify that. Thank you for bringing that to my attention, Michelle. So in searching Facebook Insights, you can add multiple things to even narrow down that target audience even more. So I sometimes put 4 or 5 different things in there. And you always want to, like, when those pages come up that you can take a look at where who the followers are, go over and check the page to make sure that it truly is the kind of people that you're looking for, that the page is active, that people are commenting on it, and so on. But I also I usually do a lot of narrowing, and that's kind of consistent with I'm reading your comments. Sorry, and I lost my train of thought. That's kind of consistent with niching down. Okay, she wondered if you could search more than one at a time, I think. Well, no, I mean, if you're looking for weight loss people, you can't, well, you can narrow down. So you could narrow down people who follow Eric Worre and are interested in weight loss. But again, I don't know how effective that really would be, um, because then, your fan page, if you're trying to post to more than one type of avatar or audience, it might be confusing. Um, but I mean, everything we do in the online space is based on testing. So that's just kind of my read on it. But you could test out a likes campaign that's way narrowed down to, say, entrepreneurs who are interested in weight loss, people who follow Eric Worre and Weight Watchers. Might give you a nice entrepreneurial audience that could be interested in your products as well. But the key message here is, if you're trying to attract the entrepreneurial audience, your content on your page can't be a mishmash. It has to be entrepreneurial. And then when you have those conversations with people about joining your team, and if you've done that kind of targeting, maybe the discussion about your products is going to be an obvious fit for them. Hopefully that answers the question. Anyway, thanks for bringing the clarity around the questions, guys. I appreciate it. Always want to make sure that I answer your questions and give you some value. So anyway, guys, if there's nothing else, that's it for today. Have an amazing weekend. I love you guys. I appreciate you all. Make sure you share the group and make sure you grab the link for the avatar workbook. Okay. Have an awesome day. Bye-bye for now. Bye.